everyone. Welcome to the Nicholas County Board of Education regular meeting, Monday, July 1st, 2024. And at this time, please stand for a moment of silent reflection. Thank you. Please join the board with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next we have the swearing in of our two board members by the Honorable Judge Stephen Callahan.
You want to go first? All right. Raise your right hand, left hand on the Bible. There you go. All right. And repeat after me. I, James Stephen Ferguson,
I, James Stephen Ferguson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I'll support the Constitution
I'll support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of West Virginia.
and the state of West Virginia.
I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
office of member of Nicholas County Board of Education,
office of the Nicholas County Board of Education,
Nicholas County, West Virginia,
Nicholas County, West Virginia,
July 1st, 2024,
July 1st, 2024,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I, Roy Moose,
I, Roy Moose,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of West Virginia.
and the state of West Virginia.
I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
office of the member,
office of a member,
Nicholas County Board of Education,
Nicholas County Board of Education,
Nicholas County, West Virginia,
Nicholas County, West Virginia,
beginning July 1st, 2024,
beginning July 1st, 2024,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Roy. Sure.
I got slew them.
Good.
You gotta get Graham in there, 2 months old.
Absolutely.
Like those little feet. Okay.
Thank you.
Judge Callahan, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, under number 3, board election. Do we have nominations for president?
Nominate Chief Bryan. Second.
Any other nominations?
There's something.
Ms. Ferguson? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Board vice president.
I nominate Roy Moose.
Mr. Berry nominates Roy Moose. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any other nominations? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. C, SESC representative. I'll nominate Steve Ferguson.
I'll second.
Any other nominations? Okay. Everyone in favor of Steve Ferguson as SESC representative? Aye. And D, the West Virginia University Extension Committee member. Nominations open.
I'll do it. Whatever somebody else does.
I'll make the motion. Second, Mr. Ware.
Motion made by Rick Green, seconded by Steve Ferguson. Any other nominations? All in favor? Aye. And nominations for Bright Horizons representative.
Nominate Rick Green.
Second.
Nomination by Steve Ferguson, seconded by Mr. Moose. Any other nominations? All in favor? Aye. Approval of the agenda, number 4.
We need to have an executive session after 14C on personnel.
14, after 14C, executive session on personnel. Okay,
That's all I have.
thank you. Number 5, approve the minutes of the meetings held on June 3rd, June 17th, which was a work session, and June 17th, the regular meeting.
Just one thing. Which one of those did we discuss the pay difference? Didn't we?
The work session,
The work session?
yes, it's in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I missed it. I think. You're gonna have to give me a minute. I don't know where I left my, but go ahead.
Right here it is if you want.
She showed it to me here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You-
I gotta get my iPad.
Okay, is there anything else on the,
Are we done?
You want me to go get it?
Huh?
You want me to go get it?
Well, it's either in the bathroom or my car. I better check it out.
We should be okay as long as that big snake's not in.
I just got out of another meeting, excuse me.
are you, were there anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. So, we're okay on the approving the minutes of meetings held on June 3rd, June 17th with the work session, and June 17th, 2024 regular meeting. Do we have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Mr. Ferguson makes a motion, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Green. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Superintendent's information updates, Mr. Bean.
Just real quick, usually I give an update on our construction projects, but since we have ZMA here this evening, and Chris and Dave's going to do a little presentation for us, I'm going to let them take care of the construction updates for those sites. The only other thing I have is, last week, our CTE students participated in the national competition in Atlanta. And we're really, really proud of their success and how well they did, not just as competitors, but as young men and women. And so we've invited them to come back to our July the 15th board meeting to recognize their accomplishments. And that's all I have.
Okay, Ms. Kim, do we have any delegations?
No, sir.
Thank you. So that brings us up to the one we've been waiting for. Presentation, discussion, ZMM update. It was about a year ago that,
Let's do it.
Thank goodness it was in the car,
It was in the bathroom, right?
not the bathroom.
So we received the bids, and we had good bids. Low bidder was roughly 10 million below our budget, which is a good thing. That allows us to move forward with fields and turf and all the associated site items. The contractors want to get started, and Chris will go over the bids a little bit more in depth, but we're very happy that we have a good outcome of our bids last week.
Yeah, I will not belabor it, but you did receive 4 bids. The low bid was at $65,448,000. The next 2 bids were very competitive, within 2% of that bid, which is very, very good in this market. Based on the alternates, let me explain what the alternates were. I know there were some questions on that. The alternates were HVAC controls. The base bid has the controls that the county prefers, which is Premier Systems. Who's he carrying? I can't remember, but it's Premier. That is the preferred vendor contractor that you all work with. They have their controls in many of your other buildings. So that it's not proprietary, we did take alternates on other vendors. Based on the budget, we would recommend awarding the base bid only and not awarding the alternate. That way your system stays in alignment with what you have throughout the rest of the county. There are unit prices. We have some allowances from some additional site work, some additional things that'll have to be done. Not really easily quantifiable at this stage, so we give the allowances and give some amounts for the contractor to assume. The unit prices allow us to adjust that price either upward or downward with whatever they actually do. Very similar to what we did with the site construction. And just so you're familiar with it and comfortable with it, we had a credit of almost $700,000 on the mass grading on the site. And a lot of those were allowances that were unused, we were able to throw back into the project. That bidder did have a number of calendar days at 1,200. I know that was a little bit of concern, so let me kind of address that now. The other bids, 2 of the other bidders were almost at 1,100 days. So this one was at 1,200, so it's not too far out of the realm of possibility of that. The 1,200 days is maybe a little conservative, but at the same time, material availability on certain items is still out there. So with liquidated damages at $2,000 a day, we understand why the contractor has put 1,200 days. Just so you're aware of what that looks like, let's just say from a start date of August 1st, it's going to back up into this month. Please understand that, but just from round numbers, if we're looking at a start date of August 1st, 1,200 days puts you about November of 2027. So obviously that's not the beginning of the year. That puts you at mid-year. He may or may not beat the 1,200 days, but contractually he has the option. He is building it at 1,200 days. City construction, just so you're aware, completed Doddridge about 4 months ahead of schedule recently, and completed the project in Roane County. He was about 3 months ahead of schedule on that. So Not say that that's what's gonna happen here, but just understand that this is not a contractor here recently that is missing his dates.
You got to he has to factor weather and availability of materials, and for that large of a project, he's going to be conservative. So,
And we did have some conversations with him about the dates, just to make sure where we are. He's starting out of the ground literally at the end of July. The race to get so much of the building either under roof or workable during the winter is gonna be when winter hits, right? So that's the magic question. If winter becomes a little early this year, he could maybe not get as far as he wants to be, and he may be kind of stuck a little bit through the winter months and kind of going a little slower. With that uncertainty, that's probably a good reason why you see 1,200 days. But he's got a second winter to get to, barring any major catastrophes. We did have a ton of weather that affected the site work. We had a lot of wet weather that really slowed the site work down. If you all remember, we had several months where it rained a good portion of those months. If he's able to get under roof, then the 1,200 days is probably going to be on the back end of it, and we feel pretty comfortable he gets it done a little sooner. But he's got some factors that are outside of his control based on the duration, so that's probably a good explanation of why you're seeing 1,200 days.
So if he beats it by 90 days, then 1st of August, I mean, if you were at November at the 100,
You're in November at the 1,200 days,
So-
starting at the beginning of August.
so, you know,
But keep in mind-
fingers crossed if we could hit it before
got
school.
furniture and punching the building out and doing all those things. So there's still a lot of work to be done during all that time. toward the end of the project. Any comments, questions?
Thank you.
Yeah.
More tower.
This is a tough bidding climate, and we're pretty pleased with the results. So,
Well, I think it's very important that how fast you all worked on it. We got ahead on some, we got the contractors to bid on our project ahead of some other projects, and that helped us. So,
We did beat a lot of other projects that are in the pipeline and out to market, which is why you saw 4 bids and 3 of them were very, very competitive on top of one another. So the next few steps, we'll have a few other bid packages to do. We've got low voltage, IT systems, camera systems, things like that. We've got to bid those at Richwood. We also got to bid those at the Glade Creek site as well. We're working with Chris Hanshaw on some of those systems and some of those. Also, we understand there's potential for using E-rate funds on some of those projects as well. So we're looking at how we're going to strategically time those out to get the most out of the E-rate funds. We've got some FF&E at both schools that we'll have to bid out as well. And then potentially some athletics here on the Glade Creek site.
anybody have anything?
We're going to vote on this as a line item. We're going to vote on it separately. Go with them all.
Well, that was just a presentation.
That's what I'm saying. We want to-
Yeah, we can, whatever y'all want to do.
So the contractor has submitted their 24-hour notification documents. They're in the process of the 72-hour submission documents. As of when we left the office about 3 p.m., they had about 75–80% of the 72-hour documents already completed. I would say if you're looking for an action item, it's going to be a award contingent upon the completion of their 72-hour documentation, is what I would recommend.
they should get that in tomorrow or the next day. Should be fine.
Well, I think we should have it in. They told us that we should expect most of it in the rest of today, if not first thing in the morning.
Where's the company located?
They're in Clarksburg. Yep.
Any other questions? Once again, thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all.
We'll see you next week.
Dave?
Chris, can you see how it's worded? Look, I mean, see if it's worded properly.
Contingent on do we add contingent on the 72
I
hours?
don't think it's a necessity. It's something that requires.
This is no different than provided the bonds and insurance. Maybe you could word this that way.
Now, make sure you say base bid.
Yeah, that's why I had the word there.
Y'all be safe. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay, action items A, discussion with possible action on the renewal of the MOUs with Candamon Valley Medical Center for Cherry River Elementary, Golly River Elementary, Panther Creek Elementary, Summersville Elementary School, Ridgewood Middle School, and Ridgewood High School.
These are the renewals that we've already had with Camden. Of course, you know, a couple of board meetings back, we added the ones for the 5 schools that did not have a school-based health center. And the wording on this was not needing to be changed from what they'd done in the past, so it is correct as it's written.
Okay, would y'all like to vote on these separately, or do you want to vote on them all together? Is there anything? Somebody want to pull one?
I just voted on them all together, unless you want to pull that bid out separately. I think the others are pretty much standard stuff.
Okay.
I'm fine, however you want to do it.
You'll have to pull A out because I have to abstain. I can't vote on
I'll
that.
go ahead and go with A first.
We'll go ahead and vote on A then. So, action item A, do we have a motion to accept action item A?
I make that motion.
Mr. Berry makes a motion, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Green. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. With Mr. Moose abstaining. Okay, discussion with possible action on the contract with Hamilton Consultants for Professional Learning. And that's,
Now, this is training that is going to help our teachers work with de-escalating problems in the classroom. Special ed, Christy Chapman is working with that, and Sarah Lee is helping with the funding of this project.
You said helping with funding, how is it funded? I'm just.
Federal.
Federal. Is it federal funding, sir?
It's something that the Professional Development Council and our supporters now, don't give me that word. They also, everyone wanted training specific to this topic, so we worked. And then she's also going to do an afternoon session for teachers only that will focus on classroom strategies, and someone that we know, one of our, Amber Lemon went to this conference and saw her there, and she came highly recommended, so.
okay, any other discussion? Discussion with possible action on the renewal of the MOU with New River Health Association for Summersville Middle School and Nicholas County High School.
And that's just the
Same
same
contract.
thing we did in the past.
Okay, I'm going to skip D. We're going to vote on that separately. I'll go to E, discussion with possible action on MOU with the West Virginia Junior College for student externship.
We had that contract too, haven't we, with them?
That's what I was wondering, about. Is that new?
That's a new one.
That's the new
Oh,
one.
it's a new one?
There's a technology student needed an internship, and he's wanting to come and follow us. I think he has to have 80 hours or something like that. And so we want to get that everybody in place so he can come and extern with our technicians and myself for Fieldhouse College Park.
Just one person?
Just one person.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like having pretty help, right?
Yeah, it's free help, so.
Looks like any volunteers.
Okay, action item F, discussion with possible action on putting policy 7510, use of district facilities, out for 30-day public comment.
That's talking about school facility,
Yes.
buildings,
Yes,
gymnasium.
even the grounds, right?
Yes. 25 pages of that policy.
You want?
There's 25
Yeah.
pages of that policy.
And for-profit is covered under there, and not-for-profits, if you read that policy. Okay, and that's just for public comment. Discussion with possible action on allowing the superintendent to have permission to post and fill positions through October 1st, 2024.
Obviously, the purpose of that is to try to get everybody employed in classroom by the time school starts, and also meet our October 1st deadline to get everybody certified to get funding from the state for it.
Any questions or concerns? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a motion to vote on action items B, C, E, F, and G.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Ferguson makes a motion, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Berry. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And let's back up and talk about the big one. D, discussion with possible action on accepting the base bid from City Construction Company for the pre-K 8 building at Lake Creek. Any discussion?
He said that came in about 10 million under expected.
Yeah, that's without bidding the fields out, some furniture and stuff. Yeah,
That'd give
the
us,
base bid came in 10.5 million.
that'd pretty much give us the money to work on the fields.
Yeah, it looks like we'll be able to complete the fields that we agreed to, including press boxes,
Dugouts, all of them, yeah.
Dugouts.
dugouts, the furniture, complete package. So,
And that'd be about $7.5 million if it comes in on budget. So you have enough money to do that. Yeah. $356 a square foot is basically what our base construction bid came in. That's pretty good, isn't it?
We was afraid it'd be closer to 500.
yes.
That's about what was
Well, the original bids too, the high school and CTE, it was a
bigger package.
yeah, it was. And they kept saying that, but still 356 in today's market. And Chip's comment about SBA has put out a lot of money right now. We were ahead of that game, really got us some competitive bidders. Our timing ended up being good, even though it was delayed so long, it ended up being good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's,
I'll make a motion that we accept that bid.
Mr. Ferguson makes a motion that we accept D, and that's the accepting the base bid without the alternates.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Berry. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Now we can sleep at night. Consent items, finance.
I don't know if it matters, but Chris had said when you accepted those bids that maybe it should say something about contingent on the 72-hour documentation.
We asked him.
We asked him before he left, and he said he was comfortable with it.
Okay, okay. All right, the only thing I have is payment of current invoices. And I gave, all that was in your packet except for the one page that I handed out right before the meeting. And that's just a correction of a check that was within that packet. So Sherry did that correction kind of last minute, and so that's what I handed you. So do you have any questions about any of these invoices?
The West Virginia Department of Environmental, what did we pay them $1,700 for?
That is for a fee for a permit for the new construction, and so.
Lloyd Creek?
Was that, that's what you signed this morning, was that Clay Creek?
I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah, so we'll send that check in with the permits to Terradon, and then they'll file those permits on our behalf.
Any other questions or concerns? Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Do we have a motion to accept consent items, finance, payment of current invoices? Motion. Mr. Green makes a motion, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Moose. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Personnel. Actually, it says Alan Stump updated contract bus. Are you taking care of that?
Can we take that up under person at the executive
It's in the
session?
executive session.
Oh, okay.
We have two things.
So is there anything
We
you
have no
added?
additions and no subtractions to the agenda.
May we ask you how many jobs, teaching jobs we have open?
You can. Pop quiz, huh? We have a preschool special needs at Cherry River Elementary. We have a middle school science at Richwood Middle School. We have an art and a special education at Summersville Middle School. We have a math position at Nicholas County High School, and we have a special education position at Zela. Of all of those, though, we have two that I am concerned that we may not find a certified person for. So,
Which two of those?
it's Cherry River, the preschool handicapped special needs teacher at Cherry River, and a certified math teacher at Nicholas County High School. The others, we have people in the pipeline that are either taking praxis tests or looking at going on permit, or are certified from another county, and we're just waiting on interviews and the paperwork. So I think we are in an extremely good position.
A lot better than we were, so about 5.
Yes.
Can I ask a question? They probably know, but I don't. Your substitute teachers, I know you have to do a background check, but what are the qualifications to be a substitute teacher in West Virginia?
You have to have either a 2-year degree for a short-term sub, and in order for the county to use short-term subs, then we have to request that from the state department, WVDE, and we have requested that, because there are times that we cannot get enough subs, so they can only fill a position up to 9 days in the same position. For a long-term sub, they have to have a 4-year degree, and both an associate and a long-term sub have to go through these subclasses initially through WVDE, and then do some observation hours, and then have a recommendation. So we interview the people before we recommend them.
Do they have a complete separate pay scale compared to like where we had the discussions and whether a teacher gets a 1-for-1 when they come in with their experience and stuff? Is a sub in a completely different category?
It is, and a short-term sub is less than a long-term sub, and then a long-term sub for the first 30 days is less than if they're in a long-term position after 30 days.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have a motion to accept the personnel agenda as presented?
Yeah, A, we're going to discuss later.
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
So Mr. Berry made the motion, seconded by Mr. Ferguson. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. And we'll come back to A after the executive session. Okay, reports. SESC, Mr. Ferguson.
Nothing to report at this time.
Mr. Green, Bright Horizons.
Nothing at this time.
Bright, items for future agendas. You've already mentioned your, Mr. Bayless.
Recognition.
Yeah, recognition for those students. Have you reached out to them yet?
We already have got letters ready.
Good. Because, you know, those were all seniors, right?
Yes.
So,
And we met the letters today.
good. Okay. Future meeting dates. Regular meeting Monday, July 15th at 5 o'clock here at the board office. Regular meeting Monday, August 5th here at the board office at 5 o'clock. And regular meeting Monday, August 19th here at the board office at 5 o'clock. Okay, so we have a need for an executive session for personnel. So someone want to make that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Moose makes a motion. Seconded by
Second.
Mr. Berry. All in favor? Aye. At 5:39. We have a motion to come out of executive session.
Make that motion.
Mr. Berry makes a motion, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Green. All in favor?
Aye.
At 7:05.
No action.
Yeah, there was no decisions made during executive session. And we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Ferguson makes a motion, seconded by?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Barry.
I think,
I third.